Hello students, here we have come to the end of the chapter, that is question answer discussion. We will discuss the unit test paper, the question answer from the unit test paper. Maybe these questions will not match serially with your new editions book. Now it will be more effective if you keep one pen and copy with you to note down the answers. Unit test paper of atomic structure. First one, select the correct answer from the answers in brackets. To complete each sentence, one element has electronic configuration 281 and 12 neutrons. Its mass number is 281, that means its electronic configuration is given. So we will add all the electrons to get the atomic number. So atomic number is 2 plus 8 plus 1, 11. And mass number we will get by adding atomic number and number of neutrons. So here 11 plus 12, it will be 23. So answer will be 23. Second one, the maximum number of electrons in M shell is, we know that first cell is a K whose maximum number of electrons 2, for the second L whose maximum number of electrons are 18. So for the third cell M will be 18. So sorry, for L cell maximum 8. So for M cell it will be 18. So second question, the answer will be 18. Now isotopes have same dash, that is number of neutrons, electronic configuration, atomic masses. So answer will be electronic configuration. Number 3's answer will be electronic configuration. Fourth one, an atom or ion is capable of independent existence in solution. Always in solution state or aqueous state, atoms can exist in ion. So answer will be ion. Number 5, an atom with electronic configuration 27 and mass number 19 will have neutrons. So here the answer will be 10, because 2 plus 7 total 9 and mass number 19. So number of neutrons, mass number minus atomic number, it will become 10. Next question, give reason for the following. First, the physical properties of isotopes of the same element are not identical. I said that in case of isotopes, the chemical properties are same. That means they have the same valencies, same electronic configuration. So what will happen? As all the chemical properties depend on that number of valencies, they will have the same chemical properties. But their physical properties will be different because their number of neutrons are different. As their mass numbers are different, the definition of isotope, in the definition of isotopes, we have got that mass numbers are different. Their atomic numbers are same, but the mass numbers are different. Due to different mass number, their physical properties will be different. Second one, the mass number of an atom is slightly less than the actual atomic mass. The answer will be like that. The mass number is a whole number, approximation of the atomic masses in atomic mass unit. Since the mass of proton as well as the mass of neutron is approximately equal to 1 and the mass of electron is negligible, hence the mass number is slightly less than the actual atomic mass. Next one, the shells surrounding the nucleus of an atom are also called energy levels. The answer will be, the cells are called energy levels since while revolving in a cell, an electron possesses a certain amount of energy. That means electrons, I said, in the different orbits, the electrons are rotating or revolving with some energies. That's why the energies of the orbits or cells are often known as energy levels. When an electron will gain energy, it will jump to the higher energy level. When it will lose energy, it will come to the lower energy level from the higher one. Next one, helium is chemically extremely unreactive. Helium total number of electrons, so in the outermost cell 2, it is having the duplet configuration. So it is more stabilized atom. By satisfying the duplet configuration, its valency will be 0. Valency 0 means no combining capacity. It cannot form any compound by the combination of other atoms. That's why helium is chemically extremely unreactive. Next, differentiate between the following terms. First, electron and proton. First difference will be, you can write that electrons are negatively charged particles, whereas protons are positively charged particles. You can write their masses, you can write their charges. For the electron it is plus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. For the proton it is for the electron it is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and for the proton it is plus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. The mass of proton is very higher than the mass of electron. Next one, you can write the position. The position of protons are inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus we have protons. We can find proton inside the nucleus. But in case of electrons, where we can find the electrons? We can find the electrons in the orbits, in the cell outside of the protons. Next one, atomic number and mass number. Atomic number means number of electrons or protons, but mass number, it is the P plus N, number of proton plus number of neutron. Next one, you can write Z is the abbreviation of atomic number, whereas capital A is the abbreviation of mass number. Next one, nucleus and nucleons. Nucleus, we know nucleus is the central part of the atom where protons and neutrons can exist, and nucleons, these are the subatomic particles, means togetherly proton and neutrons are known as nucleons. Next one, valence cell and penultimate cell. What is penultimate cell? I said that before the last cell, before the second last cell, we can say before the last cell or second last cell is known as penultimate cell, and the last cell is known as valence cell. Secondly, we can write valency can be determined from the valence set, but we cannot determine valency from the penultimate cell. Fifth one, octet and duplet. Octet, I said, if an element will have the electronic configuration like that, the last cell contains 8 electrons, that will be its octet configuration, and duplet if the last cell contains 2 electrons. Example you can give for the octet, you can give argon. Argon is having total 8 electrons in its outermost cell, whereas in case of helium, it has 2 electrons in its outermost cell. Name or state the following. The 3 isotopes of hydrogen. The 3 isotopes of hydrogen are protium, symbol will be H11, 1 will be the atomic number, 1 will be the mass number. Next, deuterium, 1 will be the atomic number, 2 will be the mass number, and tritium, 1 will be the atomic number and 3 will be the mass number. So 3 isotopes of hydrogen are protium, deuterium, tritium. Next one, 2 elements having same number of protons but but different number of neutrons. You can give the example of isotopes. We can give the example of these: hydrogen, protium, deuterium, tritium. We can give the example of chlorine 1735 and chlorine 1737. Next one, the valency of an element whose electronic configuration is 283. I taught you how to find out the valency from the electronic configuration. It will be equal to the number of valence electrons if it is less than 5. So we have, this is a valence cell, valence electrons are 3, so valency will be +3. The cell closest to the nucleus of an atom, it will be K cell. Next one, so the fourth one, answer of question number 4 will be K cell. Fifth one, an element having valency 0. You can give any element from the noble gases, from the inert elements like argon, krypton, xenon, etc. So we can take the example as argon. Here, question number 5, here some orbital structures are given whose atomic number and mass numbers are given, and you have to state the number of neutrons in each of the atoms A to E, and also state which of the atom is a metal. So let us start from the element A. For the element A, you can see atomic number 1, mass number 1. Atomic number 1, mass number 1. So electronic configuration will be 1. That means K cell will contain 1 electron. So number of neutron here, atomic mass number minus atomic number 0. So there will be no electron in the element A. For the second one, B, atomic number 8, mass number 16, we can get the number of neutrons by subtracting mass number and atomic number. So 16 minus 8, total number of neutron will be 8 over here. For the element C, mass number minus atomic number, 14 minus 7, it will be 7. The number of neutron will be 7 for the element C. For element D, 23 minus 11, it will be 12. So the number of neutron for the element D will be 12. Now E, mass number 35, atomic number 17, 35 minus 17, it will become 18. So total number of neutrons will be 18 for the element E. Now, which one will be metal? For this, atomic number 1, we can take as metal because valency will be 1. Atomic number 8, that means electronic configuration will be 2, 6. Valency will be minus 2, so it will be non-metal. 14 minus 7, the atomic number 2, 5, it is equal to 5 or more than 5, then it will be non-metal. Here 11, 281, last cell contains 1 electron, so it will be metal. Atomic number 17, mass number 35, so here it will be non-metal. So metal 1 we are getting element D, because here element A element A is hydrogen, and there is a contradiction that hydrogen can place. We can place hydrogen in group 1 also and group 17 also. So it's better to say which one is a metal, element D. Question number 6. Match the elements A to E in list 1 with their valencies in list 2 and with their nature in list 3. So let us do list 1. Elements are given. Here atomic number 7, mass number 14. Atomic number 7 means electronic configuration will be 2, 5. So its valency will be 5 minus 8 minus 3. So it will match with minus 3 and it will be a non-metal. Next one, electronic configuration 2, 8. Its electronic configuration is 2, 8. So we will get the valency 8 minus 8, 0. Here 0. It will match with the fifth point 0 and it will be a noble gas. Next one, neutrons 14, electrons 13. So as we are having electrons 13, total number of electrons 13. So the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 3. Last cell contains 3 electrons and it will match with the valency plus 3 and it will be a metal. Neutron 22, protons 18. Protons 18 means electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8. Its valency will be 0 and it will be under noble gas. Electronic configuration 2, 8, 1. Its valency will be 1, 1 and it will be a metal. Now that's all for today. Next day, in my next video, in upcoming video, I will start a new chapter. Thank you.